I found most difficult when I first started a job was asking questions. For example, I didn't want to ask something that my boss had probably already gone through, or I don't want to ask something that might come off as I'm questioning their way of doing things. So today let's talk about 3 questions I found most difficult to ask and how we can approach them. The first question is when you know your manager has probably already covered the topic, but you still don't understand. Instead of saying, could you please go over it with me? You could say, I recall you mentioning this earlier, but I'm still having trouble understanding it. Do you mind going over this with me again? It shows that you've acknowledged their previous explanation and are genuinely seeking clarity without making it seem like you weren't paying attention. It sounds like you've tried to understand but genuinely need more time or explanation to get there. Next is when you wonder why your manager does things in certain ways when there are obviously smarter ways to do it. As a new hire, we have very limited visibility on the bigger picture, and it could be because of the company policy or other reasons that we're unaware of. So instead of saying, why don't we do this or that, you can approach it with curiosity. You can say, I'm curious about the methods we use for certain things as they don't seem intuitive to me. Could you explain the thought process or the strategy behind the methods? This shows respect for their decision making while expressing the genuine curiosity to understand the rationale. It's important to not come across as a know-it-all, but rather as someone who's eager to understand and learn. Lastly, there's a situation where you want to confirm with your manager you're updating with the frequency they're comfortable with, without appearing inexperienced. Instead of asking, how often would you like me to update you, which would prompt a response suggesting you to figure it out yourself, you could say, I want to make sure I'm aligned with your expectation regarding communication. How often would you like me to provide updates on my work? This approach demonstrates maturity and responsibility while also showing effective communication with your manager. Transitioning from the mindset of being a student where asking questions is always encouraged to being a beginner in career life where you're often told to figure things out on your own can be challenging. Even though this topic is talking about how not to ask stupid questions at work, I genuinely believing that asking as many questions as you could at work is beneficial to you, especially when you first start your career. The idea that there's no such thing as stupid question holds true in most cases. Unless you're repeatedly asking the same questions, asking questions usually means a new hire is actively learning, and that's a good thing to do. So don't hesitate to ask, cause you're fine. And I'll see you next time.